Hello, everyone. My name's Amy Holmwood. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. It's so wonderful to be here tonight. I've been traveling and ended up in Utah today. So I'm out in the snow. It's been incredible. Crazy trip with all the traffic in Salt Lake City. But anyway, I'm here and so happy to be educating you guys on something I'm so excited about. It's called Nutrigenomics and Biohacking. And I'm a financial advisor, and I've been looking at trends, and I've been in business for 30 years and really have been seeing the whole economy change and shift toward a wellness economy. And I've been a consumer in that myself. I've had some health issues. I have something called Lyme disease, which attacks all your joints and really all your organs and nervous system and prematurely ages you. And it's just from an insect bite. And there's no way to cure it. So I got really involved in trying to figure out how to biohack my body back to health, which is basically taking control of my own biology and looking at alternatives outside of just traditional medications to try to get a handle on what was happening to me. And I learned so much, and I learned about this subject of nutrigenomics. About 6 years ago, I got very involved in a company. The company is called LifeVantage. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that company tonight and about how I'm building a business with thousands of other people all over the world who are very engaged in this wellness revolution, because the medical system has really kind of broken down and really isn't serving us to our fullest potential. And this is something that we have to take charge of. So there's a whole movement around people biohacking, which is really looking at what are all the alternatives that are out there and forcing really even their doctors to take a look at some of these things. Because now with science, we're showing that plants actually have very powerful ability to heal the body. And this is proven through DNA transcriptional protein expression, which is some of the stuff I'm going to talk to you guys about. I'm going to share my screen tonight so you guys can see some slides that we'll kind of talk about this in a little bit more detail. One of the things that is exciting to me as a business owner is the ability to be able to take advantage of some of the technology that's available in business today. As a financial advisor, there was a tremendous amount of technology in that business, but there wasn't a way to get to the consumer in a way that would kind of remove a person from the equation. As I get older, I don't really want to have to be sitting in my office in Rockville, Maryland, or going to see people and driving in a car. I really want to work from anywhere that I want to work from. And this is something that I really couldn't do very well in that industry. And so that's why another reason I was so excited about getting involved in wellness, because we can connect people globally to look at products and educate people using this platform. So biohacking your body is really what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about opportunities. And I think today is a great day to talk about. Today is December 26th. The stock market was up over 1,000 points. There's something that you just look at, wow, what just happened? Why was it down so far and now it's back up again? Well, because people started buying again, because they saw opportunities in the market. And you see opportunities, they come and they go. This wellness one, you guys, it's the next $1 trillion industry. So you really need to pay attention where opportunities come in the lifetime of the opportunity. And then kind of they're petered out after that. It's like, you look at Uber, and we're going to talk a little bit about that company tonight, because that's a company that's really used technology and brought together entrepreneurs working in technology to serve a consumer's needs. And that's what we're going to be doing with Nutrigenomics. So I want you to kind of think a little bit about that. And what other competition is there to that? Even the competitors to that are doing pretty well because there's such a need for that. So Nutrigenomics is a branch of nutrition and nutritional genomics, where they can look at science to show that plants and dietary components can change the expression of your genes. And this is something that genes control the outcome of your body's like a blueprint, and it basically, the genes will set forth what's going to happen epigenetically in your body, what color hair you have, whether it's straight or curly, whether you have a propensity to be heavier, things like that, color your skin, those kinds of things. And then we know for sure that we can change the expression of some of this DNA based on what we do every day: meditation, exercise, being in a happy marriage, being with friends, being around community. All these things are hacking the DNA and making it actually work to optimize to be healthier. And it's not just the DNA you inherited from your generations anymore. You guys, all of this stuff, you look at this on the left side, you have these genes and you've got that double helix of the 23 pairs of chromosomes all attached. And you're just looking at that and you're going, well, what can I do about that? I mean, my parents had cardiovascular disease. My dad died of cancer when he was 56. My mother's had a heart attack when she was in her 40s. Her parents both died of heart disease. You know, is that my destiny? And the answer is no, it's not my destiny. It's not at all. That was all caused from all the horrible stuff they did, smoking and drinking and all that stuff. So what I'm saying, you guys, is you have to start learning. This is a whole new sector where we're looking at changing that expression to upregulate these transcriptional proteins that can activate things in your body, muscles, hormones, and enzymes. These things that are an integral part of the foundation of your body. And now they're looking, just as an example, this company, Illumina, they're going to be able to map out the whole genome, your whole body's genome, for $100. Now, right now, it's very expensive to do this, and it takes like 2 days for a computer to take all that data. But this is something that's going to be so affordable in the future. And if you guys don't think that this kind of business is not on the forefront of the world right now, you're missing it, because it is. This was actually from last year, a slide I made last year from magazine covers that were on every magazine, major publication, talking about extension of life and changing gene expression. This just a couple days ago, I was in the grocery store and it was just plastered right there in the grocery store on just like food, magazines. It's crazy. And all of this stuff, you guys, is around this data and around looking at health data and health records and machine learning and artificial intelligence to be able to give us the tools we need to be able to take better care of ourselves and to be able to utilize this to our advantage in business right now. And you guys, the highest form of ignorance is just when you reject something that you don't know anything about. So I really encourage you to look up Nutrigenomics, look up biohacking, and really get into this if you are looking at a business and thinking that maybe there's something new you should be doing in 2019 to generate revenue in a different way than the way you were before. I would consider you look at the nutrigenomics sector. So we're in this new economy. And this is why I moved out of financial services. We're competing in this new economy right now when we're in the wellness movement, and we're looking at how can we plug in entrepreneurs that want to make money. The largest companies in the world are all based on the foundation of entrepreneurs having another gig. They have multiple gigs. They have different jobs. That's the gig economy. Amazon is all dealing with entrepreneurs selling things online. Airbnb, entrepreneurs renting their homes out. Facebook, entrepreneurs connecting with other people, and marketing. It's one of the largest marketing, and it's going to be number one for sure in the world in terms of just sales. Is going to be on Facebook, you guys. That's just where all the business is going to be done. And then I just talked about Uber earlier, just taking technology and saying, hey, I can just wake up and turn my phone on and have a job. I don't even have to market myself. So this is what we're looking at as a business, and just consider that we could take products and put them in this type of a network where we as entrepreneurs can participate in these multi-billion-dollar sectors where you just have an idea. Hey, I can change gene expression using plants to make myself healthier. I should already be a billion-dollar company. Just with that idea alone, we have to prove ourselves, because in science, for whatever reason, nutraceuticals, which are the supplement industry, you kind of need to have some evidence. Otherwise, it's just kind of a fad. So we're looking at this and we're saying, how can we take all this data? How can we take science and make it easy for people to understand, just like they have taken all this information and put it on a cell phone? And this is kind of how we want to run our business, is we're going to take something really complicated and make it really simple. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys, is how you could participate in the social commerce business, where we're connecting entrepreneurs and customers together in a business where you're just doing word of mouth advertising. And we're doing it right now by sharing this information with you guys. LifeVantage is the company that's the leader in nutrigenomics in this movement right now. I got involved in LifeVantage in 2012. I now have one of the largest businesses in the company, and having no experience at all in this company, I was very excited about some of the products, and I'm going to talk to you about one of them that they market, which they are a pioneer in this new sector. And they started in 2003 talking about this, and they put the products on shelves of stores, which no one even understood anything about nutrigenomics or biohacking back then. So we've really taken something, and we've given it, with time, we've been able to have this unfold before our eyes, because now we're seeing this whole movement of wellness taking place, where people do understand that there are ways to change their health with plants, and also with their diet, with food as medicine. And so LifeVantage developed a product called Protandim, which is the only supplement that's ever been proven to extend life. And so I want you guys to look at this chart. This just looks at some income, monthly monthly averages, which is what this column, I want to show you guys the second column down with the numbers on it. Where would you want to be on a monthly basis? If you could build another business or get a job or do something extra outside of your regular business where you could generate some monthly income that just keeps coming in like an annuity, because people are using products and they keep buying them over and over again from you and your network. And this is where, I made a decision a few years ago that I really wanted to take this seriously. And I understood that this was really powerful. This exponential business model is very, very powerful. And I really wanted to be down here at the top, you guys, at the top of this company. And that's, to me, I was like, if I could get $1 million of income, I know not everybody needs that, but I just said, why not? Why don't I just go for that? And I'm getting close to that place. And I just want you guys to know anyone can do this that has a background in just, having the desire to get out of bed in the morning and make something happen with your life. That's all your background you need. You don't have to have any other formal education. You just have to learn about how to do this and work with a team. So, we're connecting the whole world. You got to look at these trends. Everyone in the world is going to be connected to the internet within 5 years. Like everyone on the planet is going to have access to the internet. And that opens up the whole world for business. And we're, as a very small company right now, doing about $225 million a year in sales. And we're just opening up different countries. We're in 15 countries right now. That's it. In the whole world, we have access to. And most of these are new markets for us. So we're still just getting them going. And we're getting started with this exponential growth, where you're looking at comparing regular traditional businesses, which are linear. You do a job, you get paid. The end of the week, you get your check. Then you got to go do your job again to get paid to get your check. And you never make any money while you're sleeping, unless you're an investor, or if you've really done well in real estate, or maybe you're a novelist and or you're a record producer and you're just getting royalties. That's very rare, you guys. We want to put you in a position to make exponential income, which is what you can do using networking, because you're going to use thousands of people that you don't even have to talk to that are going to start buying stuff. That's where you go exponential. And that's where this disruptive stress comes in, you guys. You have to find that. It's like an arbitrage. You have to find a market where there's an opportunity to capture something. And that's what we're doing in this. And it's really cool. This is just an example. I'm just going to show you the average earnings of people on a yearly basis based on volume in their business. So the more volume, this is volume every month. And this just assumes that you have 2 distributors starting in your business that are going to join you on this journey. And each of you have $500 in sales a month. That's it. And it's just could be recurring customers. And that, you start moving your way up. Then you have 4 distributors. Each month you're just adding 2. You and your friends start, and you each just get 1 more person that starts using the product, starts sharing this exponentially, and all they each have is $500 of volume each month in their business, which is very little, you guys. That would be like 5 customers buying our duo pack. And it just keeps going. And you have 2,000 people at the end of a year, and you're making $1 million. I mean, this can be done. I just wanted to show you guys the mathematics of how exponential growth works and what the trends are. Because health and wellness is the next $1 trillion industry. We know that for sure. It's going to make 10 million new millionaires in the next 10 years. That's where money's going to be made. And most of the money will be made in the wellness sector through direct selling companies, because this is where people have an opportunity to be entrepreneurs. And I think the statistic is about 80% of all women that make over $100,000 a year are making that in some direct selling business, whether Avon, Mary Kay, those types of businesses, because they can work from home. And you guys, people want to be able to work from home. So now we're seeing other authors, very famous scientists, and this is one that's very recognized. His name's Dr. David Perlmutter, talking about how DNA foods can interact with your DNA. And this is particularly, he's a neurologist in the Parkinson's disease area of expertise, and has remarkable stories about Protandim and also about products that can really change gene expression. So you're a biohacker. If you're somebody who's getting excited about this, you want to take control of your own biology. You want to crack the code to your DNA and get your body back into optimum state. That's what you want to do, and you can do it. You can easily do this. You just have to learn how to do it. And you have to learn a little bit about the science of your body and how your body gets damaged from all the environmental assault that we're under. Now I'm out here in Utah, and you go down to the valley in Salt Lake and some of the worst air in the country. And then I drive up 20 minutes and I've got some of the best air in the country. But the reality is I have to go through that smog every time I land here, and I try to avoid it, but it's just there. And all this stuff is damaging our DNA, and it's causing something called oxidative stress, which is a rusting of the cell. It's basically breaking that cell down and deteriorating, just like your car gets rust on it and it starts to, to break down. You got to get it cleaned up. You got to get it, you got to get that oil changed. You got to get your carburetor changed. You got to do stuff. And that's what you have to do to your body, because oxidative stress is just going to continue to erode your body. And so we have something called Protandim, which reduces a condition of oxidative stress, an average of 40% in 30 days. And this is a patented product that started out in 2003 with an idea that we could change the expression of genes. We could upregulate some certain enzymes that are really like cleanup enzymes inside the cell, using certain ingredients that are been used for thousands of years, you guys. And the one thing that has evolved through this whole genomics revolution is identifying different proteins that are cleanup proteins, that are detoxifying proteins to the cells, which is what we need. And one is called NRF2. It's a messenger protein that is going to bind to your DNA every time you take certain things, or you go for a run, or you do something really good, meditation. That NRF2 expression can be upregulated, and it binds to the DNA, and it tells it to make these cleanup enzymes. And this is the master switch for the cleanup in your body. And it just controls hundreds and hundreds of different enzymes inside your body that clean up your body much faster than any goji berry or blueberry or smoothie or whatever it is that you're eating. That's just kind of a molecule of an antioxidant, instead of your body producing its own antioxidant enzymes from this NRF2 expression. And this can be done almost like it's a botanical formula, but when it comes together, it becomes very powerful. So you can't just decide, I'm just going to eat blueberries, and then I'm just going to eat grapefruit after that, and then later I'm going to have some turmeric. It doesn't work like that. There's a compound and chemistry that goes together when you put things together. It becomes like phytochemicals, and they react in a laboratory. They can show, they put certain things together, they become very, very powerful. And this is what we have with Protandim. And we have 27 studies to show that we actually really change the expression of genes inside the body. And this is where the difference is between regular supplements, which is why our company LifeVantage it's in a category of its own. Normal supplements are going to operate on a 1-to-1 ratio. One molecule that you consume call it this blueberry extract. It's called pterostilbene. It's the most strong blueberry extract. Can only neutralize one free radical for every one molecule of that blueberry extract that you consume. But when you take a Protandim and you upregulate the NRF2 protein, you're going to have your body's ability to clean up 1 million free radicals per second, every second. And the free radicals, you guys, are what cause the oxidative stress. That's from all that air pollution and the bad foods. Those are causing free radicals, and your body's overwhelmed with them. Your whole body's like a towering inferno with free radicals. So if you can take this one little pill, Protandim, which has been proven to reduce oxidative stress in humans by 40% in 30 days, you're going to be able to reduce that condition and slow down aging. Now, we can't make any disease claims that this prevents, treats, or cures, or mitigates any disease, but we can say, because these universities have done research, because they were so captivated with the story going back to 2005 when this started to really get out and it was in stores, in 10,000 pharmacies, there was a lot of research being done. And so we have so much evidence to show that this is real, and we can really have a story that's very different from other companies. And then last year, the National Institute of Aging published research that they've been working on since 1999. They've been working on what supplements, what drugs can extend life, because this is a new category. Aging is going to be a disease, just like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, and it's going to be aging. What supplements, what drugs can we take to slow down aging? You guys, there are going to be a lot of drugs for age slowing down. And so they're looking at this stuff because there's going to be so much money involved in this. And they're looking at really things have been very studied. Resveratrol from the grapeseed, green tea, thousands of years in China and India, curcumin, which is turmeric, again, very anti-inflammatory, fish oil, very good for the brain and the heart, and medium chain triglycerides, and then Protandim NRF2 activator. And guess what happened? We were the only supplement so far that they've ever tested that extended life. And so that's a really big deal. And they look at the lifespan, they measure it at the 50%, which 50% of the mice are still alive. That's when they start measuring, how much longer these mice have lived. And it was 7% on average. This was huge. And this is a big deal. It's a huge story. And we should be $1 billion company because of that. So we need to get this information out there. So we really are a very relevant topic right now with LifeVantage, because we are in a number of different categories with products. We don't just have Protandim Nerve 2. We have other things that are science-based as well that are phenomenal. So how do you recognize a business opportunity? You have to look at timings and trends. When I look at businesses to invest in, whether it's in the stock market or whether it's from an investment perspective, because I do a lot of private equity investing now that I've retired from my financial planning practice, and I do LifeVantage full-time. I also have an investment platform that I'm in. And I'm always looking at what companies are in the emerging side of this that are still early, timing and trends. We have that, you guys, with LifeVantage. We're still early to the Nutrigenomics story, and nobody knows anything about us yet. Really, there's like 1 million people, I think, on the planet taking our products on a monthly basis. Our company, publicly traded, we trade on the NASDAQ. We've been on the NASDAQ for 5 years now. Our ticker symbol is LFVN. The stock is up. The market was up today. We were up. We were at $3 52 weeks ago. We're trading in the mid-12 range right now. Our products, second to none, biohacking and nutrigenomics. We are on the forefront. We're the pioneers of it. We're a $200+ million company, and we're in direct sales now. We shifted gears. The company was so smart and put our products in person-to-person marketing. So our system, how do we work together? This is an example. Here it is, the day after Christmas. I'm working from my ski house in Utah. Hopefully you guys are having some friends on here. This will be recorded so I can share this with you guys. How do we work together? What's our system? We have a whole training system that we use, and people plug into that. You have to be a self-starter in this, you guys. You can't just wake up one day and just be a success. Just like anything, there's so much training that's available and technology that you can use to build your business. And then the culture, who are we? What makes up this group of business owners that have come together in this? And we're a very unique group of people. Most of us have never been in direct sales before. I think it's over 80% of the distributors have never been involved in any kind of network marketing before. It's a unique group of people. We have over 1,000 doctors in our company that have joined as business partners. We just have a very, very rich, highly educated group, frankly. And there's also just people that want something better for themselves, and also they want to help other people have a better life. So it's a really special place, so inspired by the people. And then the compensation plan, which is most of the companies in direct sales, there's 2 different kinds. There's something called binary and something called unilevel. We have a unilevel plan, which is much easier plan to maximize compensation, and a much longer term plan for everyone to make money, and a much more solid plan. If you build it right, it will just keep paying you. You don't have to worry about anything the way you build your business. You guys, I can't wait to show you that on a separate presentation. And so as a company, we have all the things. We have our patents, so we don't have to worry about somebody coming along and recreating what we have. We have an ABC News report. I invite you to go on to YouTube and just look up Protandim, ABC Primetime Investigative Report that aired in 2005. We still show that, you guys. It's incredible. Go look at it. It'll blow your mind. It's the first time in history they've ever had a supplement that showed reduced oxidative stress in a human. Excuse me. We also have a 10-year partnership with Real Salt Lake. So we do have a Jersey front sponsorship. So we are actually marketing ourselves a little bit through international sports. And then we also have a dream team of people that are running our company. These are the leaders, the executives that are hired by our board of directors. This is not a mom and pop private business. This is a business that has everything transparent because it's publicly traded. You can look up the stock. You can look up the sales in what country. You can look up how much distributors are earning. Everything has to be disclosed every quarter to investors, you guys. So you have a full open kimono here on a financial perspective of companies, which is very important to me because I'm building this and I'd like it to be around intergenerationally to transfer the wealth on to future generations in my family, like I always do. I did estate planning and financial planning for a living, so this was a big component to me. So where are we in the timing of this company right now? We're looking at ourselves at the beginning of formulation and pioneering still, even though we're 200 million. Once we get to 500 million in sales, then we're going to start being in what's called momentum. We can feel that pace coming right now. Our company is growing. We just opened the China market through Greater China, which is my #1 market that I'm focused on. I really encourage you guys to look at all the markets that we're in. This is just getting going, and the momentum is just getting started. So we're going to see 80% of the growth in our company happen over the next 5 to 7 years. So we can participate in that 800 million, all of us, and be a part of that. It's very exciting. So, there's something called high noon, which is a place where people are, they're in their life where staying where they are is harder than changing. It's not working anymore. So we call this high noon. Is that where you are in your life? Is there something that you're asking the universe to say, hey, bring me something that's going to give me a better situation in 2019? If that's where you are, whoever invited you on this tonight, you need to call them and let them know. I want to know more about how we get involved in this company and work with you guys. You're realizing that what you have been doing isn't keeping pace with the rest of the world. Within 5 years, if you're working at Nordstrom, you probably should be looking for another job. If you're in some kind of retail, bricks and mortar business, you want to consider get that online, get those products online. People are looking for ways to re-engineer their life because where they are isn't keeping pace with technology. And it's moving faster, you guys. You're going to blink and it's going to be a new day and a new dawn. So we really have to stay on top of stuff. So I'm just happy that you guys are here tonight listening to this because this is something that could totally change your life. Again, the information that I talked about tonight is not intended to treat, cure, heal, or make any claims at all about income. I just want you guys to see what's possible. And I'm so honored to be with you here on December 26th, 2018. And my name's Amy Holmwood. I encourage you guys, you can send me a Facebook message if you want to know more or get more information. I'm always here to help you guys and to be a resource to everybody. So thank you so much. Have a great night.